This is another rational equation. Rational because it contains algebraic fractions, which are ratios. So I'm going to tell you the first step here. It's to multiply to eliminate the denominators. You could do it in 3 separate steps. I could multiply every single term by n to eliminate the n in the denominator. Then I could multiply every single term by t. Then I could multiply every single term by m. But a common denominator can be found by multiplying all the denominators together. And if I multiply every single term by n times t times m, here's what happens. In each term, the denominator cancels with its matched pair, and I'm left with a product of everything else. So on the left side, I get 4 times t times m. It does not matter what order you write those in. So I still have way too many letters, and my answer is not going to be a number answer. It's going to be an expression where I have t on one side of the equal sign, since that's what I'm solving for, and every other variable and every number on the other side of the equal sign. So it's going to be a somewhat unsatisfying solution, and I just want to prepare you for that. Okay. Oh, if I'm sorry, if you get Pear Deck freezing, go ahead and just close Pear Deck and reopen it, and you can, or here, I'll put the link back in the chat, and you can just go back through the link on the chat. Alrighty. So now, if I want to go ahead and solve this, I'm solving for t. My next step is to get all the terms that have a t on them, in them, on the same side of the equal sign. So since I have 2 terms on the right and 1 term on the left, I'm going to move my term with t to be on the same side as the other term with t. I'll subtract 5nt from both sides of the equal sign. If you had subtracted 4tm from both sides of the equal sign, you would wind up with 0 on the left. Not the end of the world, but then you'd have to subtract that other term away, and so it'd create an extra step. Now I want to pull out my t. We do that by factoring. I do this because I want to divide away everything that's not t, but right now it's a little complicated. I want you to take a look at that step. What I did was pull my factor of t out. And when I divided it away, I was left with 4m minus 5n. Oh, uh-oh. There you go. It's because I didn't advance it. I messed y'all all up. Here you are. It's kind of fun to be able to draw. I hope it's not too weird if you only have a mouse. I have a Apple Pencil, so it's like super convenient. But I think you can also type from there too. Like you can enter text if you wanted to. And once I have my t all separated like that, I can divide both sides of my equal sign by everything that is not t, by my other factor.
Do you know how to change the font size of like the pencil?
There's a button on the left that you click and it's called Sizer, and you can drag it all the way to the bottom.
Okay, thank you.
Logan, you're really helpful. I really appreciate it. Not just on this one, but like up in the chat earlier. I saw it. I appreciate that. And I know I took all the zing out of it by doing this problem, but this is one that is going to cause a little bit of grief, I think, if you see it in the homework. And so I just want to make sure that you're prepared and you know what's going on and you feel confident in solving this type of problem. It's called a literal equation. It's a rational equation because we have fractions, but it's also a literal equation because we have a bunch of different letters and our answer isn't going to be a single number answer. And instead is going to be a expression with all the other variables on one side and the variable we're solving for on the other.